Hello everybody, Ryan and Lion. We did a thing yesterday. We got married. Had our ceremony at Sunlight Mountain Ski Resort over by Glenwood Springs in Aspen, and today, the first day of our honeymoon, we are up jeeping over Pearl Pass with Lego. Here's Pupper Dog. Look at these views. After stopping in town the next day for fuel and snacks, we headed up towards the Castle Creek trailhead. The trail to Montezuma Basin really begins by crossing the creek at 10,180 feet, either by foot or by vehicle. At 11,160 feet, there is a fork in the road. Hanging a left will take you up to Pearl Pass. I drove that yesterday, that's beautiful. Hanging a right will take you up to Montezuma Basin. There you go. Tomorrow, 2 14'ers. All right, looks like we just found ourselves a camp spot for the night. Lion, where are we parked at?
11,250.
Perfect. So that gives us about 3,000 feet of vertical tomorrow. No cheating. And Lego is on a mission to find sticks to throw. Lego, did you find a stick to throw? Okay. Lion's in the tent setting up our sleeping bags and our ground pads. Good morning everybody, it is September 30th, 2020. We are deep in the Elk Mountains near Aspen, Colorado. We're going to take you guys up Castle Peak today, as well as its neighbor, Conundrum Peak. Right now it's about 6:45 in the morning, and Lion, Lego, and I are going to hit the trail. Save some energy for the climb, little dog. So we started about 11,250 this morning. Just enough to give us our 3,000 feet. And we're headed up Montezuma Basin. We drove up this road last night. It's got a reputation for being pretty rough. It's not that bad. It's steep. You'd want to have real low range gearing, but other than that, really not a bad road. Well, we made it all of 200 vertical feet, and it was time to ditch some layers. I'm hot. And the sun just came up behind us. It is really pretty. There's a lot of reasons to start early when you're climbing 14'ers. In the summer, it keeps you away from lightning. But year-round, gives you a chance to hike, watch the alpenglow. That's beautiful. Back behind us, you can see Pearl Pass. Gotta stay hydrated. Elevation 12,200 feet. We have sunshine. Sunglasses on. Tally ho. So we're at 12,300 feet. Been hiking just over an hour now. You can see the top of the Montezuma Basin Road as it winds its way around to some of the highest parking on any 14'ers. 12,800 feet for parking. Not bad. Lego's just marching right up on ahead. The dog is ready to go. Every time we stop, Lego just really wants to go. Are you a go dog? We round a big corner about 12,500 feet. If you look above you and to the east-northeast, see some old mine ruins. Like most basins in Colorado, this area was opened up with mining in the 1800s. From 12,600 feet, you can see the rest of the route up Montezuma Basin. And on the right there ahead of us is Conundrum Peak with the snowfield on its bottom left flank. And you can also see the saddle that connects Conundrum Peak to Castle Peak on the left. And there's one of the highest 14'er parking lots that I can think of. In fact, that's about the highest parking lot I can think of anywhere, except for maybe Mount Evans or Pikes Peak. There's Castle Peak viewed from 12,800 feet. From the parking area, you head up the right side of this amphitheater here. A little bit of talus walking for a moment. So we're now in the Northeast Ridge route on Castle. We'll do Castle first, then come down the northwest ridge of Castle to the saddle between it and Conundrum, and take the south ridge up to Conundrum. There's a cairn with an arm. The main trail goes right up the middle of the amphitheater between Conundrum on the right and Castle on the left. And as is typical of the Elk Range, it is loose. Lots of loose scree on this slope. Today some of it's frozen, so it's not too bad. Still gotta be careful though. Time for a cookie break. From here, the trail switchbacks up to the left, up this shoulder, and then gains the ridge to the right, and follows it, more or less, to the summit of Castle Peak. The views of Castle and Conundrum, once you start switchbacking up this hill, really fantastic. Especially now that there's a little bit of snow on them from our first snow a few weeks ago. Lego is half healer and half husky, which explains why even though you can offer him water, he would still rather eat snow. There's the permanent snowfield and lake below Conundrum Peak and Conundrum Couloir. About 500 feet straight up of some fantastic snow climbing. Yeah, we're on the ridge. Look at that view. How about that? Wow. Let's go putt. Great views along the ridge, looking to the east. Lego's taking a break. Hey, pup dog. As you get to about 13,800, 13,900 feet, the maroon browse come into view over the south ridge of Conundrum. Let's go, dog. On the ridge, there's a mix of contouring and actually following the ridge itself. Lead the way, Lego, Lego. Lego's going to guide us the rest of the way. It's Lego, the wild mountain dog. From that last little overlook on the northeast ridge, just follow the ridge the rest of the way up to the top, and that's it. There she is. About 300 feet left to go. Just put some chapstick on. Lips are getting dry. Here's the top. Woo-hoo-hoo! Good job. I love you.
I love you too.
Castle Peak. Good job, little pup.
Good job.
From the left, you have South Maroon Peak, then North Maroon Peak, and just over the right shoulder of North Maroon Peak is Snowmass. To the right of that is another silver-colored peak, that's Capitol. To the right of that, back in the deep auburn color, is Pyramid Peak. Those together are probably the greatest collection of scrambling routes anywhere in Colorado, and easily my favorite peaks anywhere in the state. Another 14'er? That means pie in the sky. At our wedding 3 days ago, we didn't have cake. We had wedding pies, and it was good. Hey, it's tough work climbing a 14'er. Well, after a brief discussion, I think Lion and Lego are going to head down to the four-wheel drive parking lot at 12:08, and I'm going to head across the ridge and do Conundrum Peak real quick. So I will take you guys along with me. All right, time to head down the ridge and up the ridge of Conundrum. It has two peaks. Peak on the right there to the right of the Couloir is just a little bit taller. Bye, Lego. You stay pup. Bye, doggo. Love you too. Check out that view looking down into Montezuma Basin from the saddle of Castle and Conundrum. There's a big old lake that's solid ice in September. And there's the rest of the ridge. The old route that took you up Castle and Conundrum Peaks would take you straight up the Montezuma Basin Amphitheater, straight up this scree slip in late summer. Nice snow climb, miserable on the scree. I have done it. It's a little rough. It's a fast way to go down though. Much better route with snow. Here's the remainder of the route up the south ridge of Conundrum Peak. Class 2, not too hard. It's easier than it looks, but it is loose. This is, after all, the Elk Range, so mind your step. There's looking back at the northwest ridge of Castle Peak. Across the basin you can see Lion and Lego descending from Castle. In case you're curious, maybe a GoPro in my left hand. I love being up in the mountains. We are on the southern part of Conundrum. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I jokingly think that the reason they call this peak Conundrum is because the conundrum is, which subsummit is the tallest? Well, I'll answer that question for you. It's about the third bump on the ridge. That one. And then as soon as you cross that little dip on the ridge, that puts you on the actual summit of Conundrum, 14,060 feet. There's the view down Conundrum Couloir. That's a cool route, never done that. Definitely on the short list though. That's it. That's a wrap. A twofer. Woo-hoo-hoo! Conundrum Peak. And there's a great echo across Montezuma Basin. Gotta try that. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the mountains.